Now, so we're officially recording. This is day 3 of week 1. I did have a little bit to go over with you guys. I only have the one here today. Shamira, what's popping? Oh, wait, I got a chat. I can wave and speak here. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I see that. So we're still working out some bugs. And let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to share my screen and pretty much just go over. I didn't know how far you guys got or everyone got on the algorithms on the Coding Dojo algorithms. How far did you get, Shamira?
Let me. Man, I know I got stuck.
So yeah, like I said, if you get stuck, either go through the video or let me know here. If you tell me which one you get stuck on at the beginning, I just want to go through and get you guys' questions out of the way really quickly before we jump into what I got planned.
Okay. Level 2, activity 13.
Level 2, 13. All right, cool. Let's see. Oh, I got that done in 1 second. That can't be right. That can't be right. All right, cool. So basically what we got going on here, see if I can move that out of my way. I can't. All right, so what we got going on first line, what we're doing is we're initializing X as a variable, and we setting that, I type Z, what's up with that? X is a variable, and we're setting that equal to an array of numbers, and those numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 7. And then we also have an array of, we have a variable Y, and with the same thing as an array of 2, 4, 6. All right, so now this right here is X of index. This is basically what this is pretty much saying, that you are looking for that index of X. X is the 2 index. Now, this was something I'm going to go over here as well. I'm going to go over arrays. I'm going to go over that in detail because I think that you and Dion was having the same issue. I have one more student as well, but they haven't been able to make it. But I'm going to go through arrays a little bit more today on this. So I'm not going to stay too much on this one, but I'm going to show you pretty much what's going on. So index of 2. So remember X of 2. So remember what I said, when you go to X, you want to go through the index.
0.
You start at 0. Yep. 0, 1, 2. Right?
Okay.
So we're going to be messing with the 2. So let's click on here and let's just say 5. We're going to be messing with 5, right? So we're setting that equal to Y of the length of X minus 3. Now, X dot length is what I was explaining to you guys before, is pretty much go to X and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. The length. Index starts at 0, but when you're counting the length, you're counting each actual spot.
Okay.
So when you do length, is actually just counting 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're finding the index, anytime you see X with these parentheses with the number here or whatever, you're looking for the index. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. So keep that in mind. So X dot length is 4 minus 3 is 1. So let's see that. So that's index X of 1. Now this is a whole little equation that we got to figure out here, right?
Right.
So that's X of 1. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's X of 1 plus this whole little equation 2. So X of 0 plus Y of 0. That's basically going to be 1 and 2. So 1 plus 3. We can set that equal to 3. That's what this X, this 1 and 2, that's 1 and 2, but those add each other together. That's going to give us 3. Now we're looking for that's giving us 3 on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're looking for x of 3. I kind of jumped the gun there. X of 3. So we basically had to get rid of everything on the inside first before we can go on the outside, if you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So we got 1 for all of this jazz, and we got 3 for all of this jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can set it all up. X of 1 is 0, 1. That's 3. 3 plus x of 3, which is 0. I'm sorry. Yeah, x of. Oh, that's y of. I'm sorry. I'm bugging.
See, I was confused.
What am I doing here?
That's where I got confused.
That's y. My bad. That's where I messed up. That's y of 1, which is 0, 1, which is 4. 4 plus x of 3, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, which is 7.
Every single day, I don't know.
Is 7. So x of 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3 is 7, right?
Right.
That's what I'm representing. And y of 1 is 0, 1, which is 4. That's what that's representing.
Okay.
Okay, that's what this whole thing is. This whole thing is representing 4, and this whole thing is representing 7.
Oof.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
But you have to take it step by step. You have to take it step by step. And that's pretty much the order of operations, which is math. I understand it's math, is parentheses, equations, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Now you throw in arrays.
Yeah, that's just some math stuff. Like, yeah. But coding does have some math stuff. But this, like I said, if this is something that you keep practicing with, you'll get it. All right. So this is a bracket, which is the same thing, falls under the parentheses. So you're going to do the bracket first. You did the inside. Then you're going to do the inside, which is this y1 plus 7, 3, which we did. Now we can figure out what y of 1 is and x of 3 is, which we did was 4 and 7. Now 4 plus 7 is 11. That's just math. You get that? 4 plus 7.
Right.
You get that, right? All right. Yeah. Cool. So now what this whole thing right here is now saying x of 2 is equal to 11. So what this is saying is that set x of 2 equal to 11. Now, where's x of 2?
1, 3, 11, 7.
1, 3, 11, 7. Correct. So that's what, now it's saying, yeah, okay. So that's what that's going to do. 1, 3, 11, 7. 1, 3, 11, 7. Now it's telling you the console log x is pretty much what your answer. They're asking you what's going to show up. Console log x, so we know it's going to be 1, 3, 11, 7, which I'm not typing. 1, 3, 11, 7. We're going to wrap those in the brackets. Oh, got one more person waiting. We're gonna what's up, Chris? And then we're gonna check and see if that's right. So you pretty much did it with me. See, you got it right. So the only thing is, like I said, just take your time. When you see these types of questions, when you see these types of problems on this coding dojo, if you do get it wrong, like I said, you do get it wrong, nothing wrong with you getting it wrong. Submit. Oh wait, it's because they're taking me to the next. There's nothing wrong with getting it wrong, waiting till this timer goes out, and then there'll be like a little red there'll be a little red button here that you can press, and you'll see you can watch the video on how they got it right. And you don't have, you can just sit there and wait, get the right answer and type it in if you want. But I mean, it'll be beneficial for you to maybe try and figure out how they work it out. But that's pretty much how you do that. Did that answer your question? Was it this dot length?
Yes.
Is that
why is the dot? And then I would try to put that in the answer with the X dot length, and it's just like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I figured that kind of stumped Dion too the other day. So I'm gonna go over arrays and pretty much what some of this stuff do right now after this, after the questions. Chris, can you hear me? I don't know if he can hear me, but if you can, I think he's still at work. But if you can, if you have any questions, just write it down on your book, and then we'll go from there. This is coming from that link 1, Chris, that I sent you, which I don't think you started yet. But just start at introduction and start over, and then you just have to kind of just go through it. Shamira just made it to, she's officially on level 3 now, so we're gonna clap it up. Let's go. Yay! She's on level 3 now, so she got the answer. I'm pretty sure you wrote it down. If you didn't, that's on you.
Hey, I put that answer in.
Hey, you got that answer. So now move on. But I'm gonna go through some array stuff, so maybe this will help you going forward. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna go through array stuff really quickly with you guys, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's see. Let me share a new screen. I'm gonna share this. All right. Cool. Actually, I don't even have to share that. What I'll do is, can you see this screen right here or no?
Yep.
You can see this w3schools.com?
No, I can't see that one. I see the black.
Okay, cool. So
JavaScript.
I have to do it this way. All right, cool. All right, now you see it.
Yep.
All right, cool. So this is kind of something I just wanted to kind of show you. Then I'm gonna just give you guys. I'm just gonna walk through it real quick, and then I'm gonna give you a deep dive by myself and guys show you how stuff works. So like I said, arrays can hold anything. It can hold, these right here are called strings because they're wrapped in these double quotients. Those are called strings, which pretty much just characters or words. You can think of it as that. And then of course numbers. That's pretty much what we're gonna work with right now is strings and numbers. Arrays can be taken down to another level. Let's say we can put an array there, but I'm not gonna blow y'all brains right now. But right now, arrays can hold anything. But right now, you guys are gonna be working with strings, which are these, and numbers. Of course, you guys know what those are. All right, cool. So this is the syntax of creating an array in JavaScript, which is the type of language that I'm teaching you guys and helping you guys walk through. And when it says syntax, syntax is just a fancy word for saying this is the blueprint of how you write something in JavaScript. So you'll hear syntax, you'll hear that a lot. And when they say syntax, you'll hear that with every single language. C# is a different type of coding language. C, Go, React, and all these things, you'll hear you'll hear that syntax, which is basically just saying blueprint of how you set up an array. And arrays can be used in all different type of languages. All right. Cool. So here's an example of an array. There's setting it, this variable, pretty much letting you know variable is setting it as cars, and it equals to a Saab, Volvo, and BMW. All right. So those are the type of cars that he set inside of this variable called cars. So if I console log cars, I would get Saab, Volvo, and BMW to the screen. If I did console.log parentheses cars right here, you'll get Saab, Volvo, BMW. Pretty much what you've been doing that whole time, right? Cool. So that's what you'll get when you do that. Now, you can also, this is just a different way of doing it. This kind of helps more when you're doing more of a full stack web development, which this is not something that you guys will be doing in my class, but it's just getting you guys with the fundamentals. This is a different way of doing it. That's just saying, hey, I'm setting up a new array, which new array of cars with the same thing. So that's just another way of doing a crawl. This is probably more strongly typed is what they say, because strongly typed just means that it's the correct way, and this is just the quick way. This is the quick way of setting up a quick way of setting up an array, and this is probably the proper way of setting up an array, and that's probably why we would call it strongly typed. All right, cool. So cars.0, same thing that we were just doing with, cars index of 0. Anytime you see these brackets, we're asking for the index. So like I said, these are indexes inside of the array, and the value can be whatever, but like I said, we're using either strings or numbers. Index of 0 is gonna, if you did this, variable name is equal to cars of 0. If I did console.log name, what do you think will pop up on the screen? Sob. Correct. This right here is just setting it equal to it. Like you can set it equal, but it won't show up on the screen unless you use console.log. So just remember that too, Shamira. Like we can set stuff, we can do this all the time, but it won't show up on the screen. And I'm just going over this real quick because I'm going to show you guys on my editor, on the code editor, how this stuff works in real time. All right.
Okay.
All right. And this right here is basically saying get the element of cars.0, which would be this. That's basically what this whole line is, a code is saying. Which you don't have to worry about this. This is stuff that you guys may get. This is a little bit more advanced, but you don't have to worry about this. Just worry about what you see here. This is basically setting it up. So anytime you console out cars, like I said, Saab, Volvo, and BMW will be shown to the screen.
Okay.
Now, if you do something like cars of index of 0 equal to Opel, what that's going to do is basically change Saab from Saab to Opel. And then once we console log cars again, it'll say Opel, Volvo, BMW. So if you wanted to change one of the index or the values in the array, you would do something like this.
No, is that a minus sign or
this right here? That's
in
equal.
the middle, right there.
Yeah, that's equal.
Oh, okay.
Is that too far? Is that better?
It just looks, the screen is small. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
I
just brought it bigger, but let's see.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, let me make the screen bigger. All right, there we go. I'm glad you said that. This makes it better. All right, cool. Now basically this is saying arrays are special types of objects. The type of operator in JavaScript returns the object for arrays. Now type of basically tells you what this index would be. So if I said type of person index of 0, it'll return string because this is a string. If I did it of 2, it'll say number because this is a number. And I'm going to show you that here. Maybe they don't show you. Okay, person.first name. So if I did person.type of, and then I'll just have to show you because they don't have an example. But okay. If I did, I'll show you on the code after this of what that does. But I don't think you guys, that's a little bit advanced as well. So that doesn't matter. We'll skip that because it's a little bit advanced. Now, this is where we get to what you guys were talking about. Now, if we do cars.length, that's going, like I said, that's going to count everything in there. Starting at the first one, when you do .length, you're not counting starting at 0. You're just counting. Let's just say you set up some blocks together and you want to count them to see how many blocks you have. That's basically what length is. We got fruit and we want to see how many fruit that we have in this array.
Okay.
So that's going to start at 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the length of fruit is 4, which basically means there's 4 fruit. There's 4 fruit in this variable called fruit, or there's 4 fruits in this basket, basically.
Right.
Make sense? So anytime you see dot length, they're going to be counting. Anytime you see dot length, you want to count what's in the array.
Okay.
The fruits dot sort would be if you had numbers. Let's see, do we have numbers here? We don't have numbers. I'll show you that later too. But basically, if you had numbers and the first, like you had 2, 3, 1, and 4. If you did numbers dot sort, it would make it to 1, 2, 3, 4. It would make it from the minimal to the highest. That's what sort would do. That's a little bit of a advanced technique as well, which you guys probably won't see that.
Okay.
But that's just basically what that. I know you guys seen it. That's basically what sort does. Cool. Let's see. All right, cool. So now this gets to where you were having troubles with fruits.length. Anytime you see something like this, you want to you want to do everything in the inside before you do what's on the outside, right? So you're going to do fruits.length, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fruits.length actually means 4.
Right.
4 minus 1 is 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 minus 1 is 3. So now they're asking, you're setting the last digit in fruits to be fruits.3, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, which is mango. So if I console log last, mango would show up on the screen.
Oh. Wow.
And this is kind of an advanced technique.
Wow.
Did that just blow your mind?
Yeah.
This is where coding comes in. There's just some stuff you have to kind of figure out a way to get the information that you need. And sometimes like this would be the only way to get that. But like I said, practice, and this will become firsthand for you. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So like I said, it's nothing that you're gonna just learn off bat, but long as you can get the fundamental of what fruits.length does, this won't stop you from understanding what's happening, right? Because if you can understand what fruits.length means, and you know I'm gonna look for fruits, and then I'm gonna count the length of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know that's 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Fruits of 3 would be 0, 1, 2, 3. You know how to find mango every single time, right? Because you understand what fruits.length is.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like I said, just right now I know it sucks because I'm not giving you any visual, but I'm gonna do that in a second.
Okay.
And then actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop there because these are some advanced stuff that you guys haven't got to loops yet. I don't want to introduce you guys to loops this first week just based off of where everyone is. So I'm gonna stop there. All right. Cool.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna go to my editors, which is kind of what I wanted you guys to download, but I understand that this is not something you can do at this point in time. You may be getting a laptop later this week, maybe.
Well, next week,
okay.
I guess, because I need a Mac, I guess, or something better than what I got. And
you don't need a Mac, but but just something that has the Windows operating system on there, so you can get this.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be the best computer, but but if you're gonna buy a computer and you got the money, you might as well get something good that'll help you in the long run. You don't want to buy 2 computers, so I understand.
Right.
I understand. All right, cool. So once again, let's just say we're gonna start all over, and let's just go to variable. We're gonna make this. Forgive me if I spell your name wrong, but Shamir's cars, right? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna set that equal to what? You guys got 2 cars or 1 car?
1.
1. What kind of car do you have?
Ford Flex.
Ford. All right. is going to put Ford. Since you only have one car, I'm going to put Shamira and David's cars. I'm not going to type it all. I'm just going to do David. Shamira and David's cars, right? You have a Ford. I have a Dodge. And I also have a Ford too as well. So I'm not going to Dodge. And then I have another Ford. All right, cool. So what we did right there was we set this variable equal to this array of our cars. You get that, right? So now if I did our cars of 3. Oh, nope. I wanted to console log that. If I did that and ran this program, what would I get?
Ford.
Actually, I wouldn't get anything because
There's not a 3.
Yeah, exactly. That's my bad. But if I run this, we're gonna get Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, let me change that to a lowercase f so you can see the difference. See, it's gonna bring up that little Ford. Can you see this? Is that good enough? Is that small?
Yeah, I can see it.
Bring it. Nope, can't make it smaller than that. Bigger than that.
The colors make it easier to read. That's
okay, good. Yeah, that's why I did this. That's exactly why I did this. And this is something you guys can do once you guys download this as well. You can colorize it. Cool. So that's gonna bring up Ford. Now, if I did Shamira's cars 2 minus 1, what do you think? What do you think is gonna bring up on the screen?
2 minus 1. Dodge.
Dodge, exactly. So we do that, Dodge is gonna go up. That's just a fancy way of doing it. Like that's just subtraction. If I do Shamira's, this is gonna be, so I'm just gonna give you the answers. Dot length, it's probably gonna give me nothing because it's 1, 2, 3. We don't have a 3. As you know, if we do that, it's gonna show up nothing, undefined, because it's not defined. Now, if we do Shamira's length minus 1, that's gonna be 3 minus 1 is 2. That's gonna give us Ford again.
Right.
All right, come on, get down there. Okay, cool. They just moved it to the top. Now it's going to give us Ford again. So it's just a couple different ways around problems, because sometimes you can't use 2 or something like that because you don't know what it's going to be. So dot length is a way of helping us get a number that we need to get. All right. So hopefully that helps that out for you. Now, I did want to show you guys a different way of adding things to our array. Like, see that our array is, we already had this set up. There's 2 functions. There's 2 predefined, just like dot length and dot sort. We have dot push. That would add something to the back. That would add something to the back of the array. And dot pop would actually take the last thing off. Okay? That's what that looks like. Dot push, dot pop. Push adds something, pops takes it away. I'm going to comment that out so the program won't read it. programs don't read out comments. This basically doing this, a commenting, don't let the, it's basically saying, hey, it's there for reading purposes. Don't involve it into the program. All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our cars dot push. Actually, let's do dot pop first. I think we have something in the chat here, maybe. Okay, yeah, he's somebody's at work. Chris is at work, which is the other guy.
Okay.
All right, dot pop. If I do dot pop, that's basically going to take forward off. So here's what it always goes line to line. So we set it equal to this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to console log it to the screen. You're going to show us all the cars. Then I'm going to take off. Then I'm going to take off the last. I'm going to take off the last value. And then I'm going to, what I want to do again is I'm going to, I want to console log it to the screen again so you can see it back to back what happens, all right?
So you don't have to put forward in there?
I don't have to put forward in there?
Were you saying pop in the parentheses? You don't have to put forward in the parentheses?
Nope, because pop, you don't have to put anything in there because the instructions for pop basically says drop off the last value.
Okay.
That's all pop is saying. Can't type. Now push, you have to add something in there because push is saying add this value to the end.
Okay.
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 So now let's just do. Here, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna be lazy. Dot push. Let's say what's your dream car?
Maserati.
Whew, I see you. I think that's two R's and two T's. Think. You can tell I ain't never had one of those. Let's just say out of our cars, Shamira just purchased her Maserati. So we're gonna put that in our inventory, and then we want to see our cars now.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's gonna be Ford, Dodge, and Maserati. Because we did do this pop. We already took off my car, my Ford. Maybe I had an accident. That car is gone. Then you bought a car, and we have your Maserati in there. Matter of fact, let's do this again after that. Let's just say I bought my Aston Martin. That's my dream car. I brought my Aston Martin, and then that's what happens. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So pop, like I said, takes off that last value. Push adds it in. Does this help you with when it comes to working with these arrays? Does that help?
I don't think I've gotten that far.
I mean, just because you were stuck, does you think this will help you? Do you think this will help you later?
Just seeing you go through it actually helps. Let me see if we could go over some of the challenges.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see where you're going, but then when I get back to the challenges, it's like I forget everything.
Do you want to see do you want to see some of the challenges work, or do you want me to go through it? You want to see it work on the coding platform, or do you want to see me go through it?
If you could show me the JavaScript level 3 challenge 1, that'd be great.
3 challenge 1. All right, cool. So let's go back to here. Okay. All right, let's move this down to the bottom. We have to move this stuff so much. All right, so if you want to see how it goes. All right, let's go through 3-1. Maybe this will give you a quick step on, okay. This is a pretty easy one too. So same thing. How about I just help you if you get stuck, all right? Cool. So we know X is equal to this, right?
Right. 1, 3, 5.
We know X equal to 1, comma 3, comma 5. Now, what does X0 equals X2 means?
X1 equals X5. So 1 equals 5?
Exactly. So now what does it look like? Five, well, I'll just do it. You just said it equals 5. So this is what it looks like now. That's what it looks like after this one.
Oh, see, my mind was like, okay, am I supposed to do the equals? Like, oh my God.
All this equal means is change. This equal signs means change it. Change this to this.
Okay.
All right. Now this is saying change this to this. So now let's change 1 to 0, which we already know it's 5 already. So now it's going to look just like this now.
Wow. Mind blown. All right. Thank you.
We got it right. See? So maybe that helps you clarify what these equal signs means now. That's good. That's good. All right. So we have 10 minutes left. Is there anything else you want me to do before we get off this? I think this was a good day. Like this, going through those arrays helped you out, and going through that, I think this will help everyone else as well. So that's good. Anything else? Anything you want to look at? Do you want to maybe look at any of the actual HTML for the last 9 minutes, or
yeah,
you guys want to call it a day?
I'm actually working on a website. How do you add a little? It's like a little thing at the top that shows up and shows like, hey, like that ad right there, that Purdue ad.
Okay. How do you add an image?
Yeah, how do you do that?
All right, cool. That's good. So anytime you get stuck, especially with HTML, the best thing you can do is Google it. I know, but I'm gonna show you how you can find it. How to add a image in HTML. Gonna hit that. Now, I mean, you could probably figure this out too, but I always scroll down. Anything that says W3 schools, more than likely is gonna point you in the right way.
Okay.
You can click on W3 schools, scroll down a little bit, and it'll have the code right there.
Oh wow.
It'll have the code, and I think if you do try it yourself, yeah, it shows up. See, shows what happens. It even shows you where to put it. Put it in the body somewhere, maybe. Put it in the body somewhere. So here, let me start a new one here. Let's see if I can. Can I do a new file? Yeah. Let's just do practice.html. Set it as HTML, and then I just know the shortcuts to get this all done. So sorry if I'm going too fast, but you don't have it yet. I'll show you guys this again and slower. In the body, then I'm gonna paste. Nope, don't want to paste that. Paste the code that we just got. Image. This is called. Oh wait, you don't even see it. What I just did. That's good. You didn't even see it, so that's cool. I forgot. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna start a new HTML. I call it practice, and then in the body, I'm going to go ahead and then paste. I'm gonna go ahead and paste. Now, actually in the same folder, you have to have the image. You have to have the image in the folder. Let's see if I can download this. Save image as. Yes, I can. let's see. I don't even, let's see. I think it's, I don't know where I have this saved. Hold up. Give me a second. Let's see. Okay. All right. I just want to change it to girl so it's easy for us to understand. All right, cool. And let's see if that's saved. That didn't save. Hold on. Give me a second. I just want to show you basically how this works. Do you see me going through my?
I don't see you going through your photos. I just see the
Oh,
JavaScript.
okay, cool. Let me see if I have any photos here then. Pictures, camera roll. Nope. I don't have any folders. I don't have any pictures on here. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I wasn't expecting that question, so I didn't have it set up. Should be there.
Number 2.
Oh, but practice isn't there. That's why. Let's see what practice is. JavaScript algos. Okay. So the main reason why it's not working is you have to have, I can't share my, oh, here we go. Yeah, I can. All right, cool. So on your files, you have to have the image saved in the same folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to desktop, make a quick folder. And I'm just going to name it practice. All right. And then what I want to do is go back. And they won't let me copy it. Why not? Oh, there we go. So I didn't click on it. All right. Copy it. Go to practice. The picture has to be in the same folder for it to work.
Oh.
So I'm gonna put that in there, and then I just have to find practice really quick. Put that in there. That's gonna be JavaScript and algos. All right. I don't see JavaScript algo. I don't have that here. What the heck? Oh, I'm bugging out. All right. Copy. Paste. And all I did was on this page, if you see a picture that you like, some of this stuff is copywritten, so as long as you're not trying to make money off of it, you can use it. But other than that, you can't. I just saved the image. I just saved it. I right click and then I saved it. All right. Cool. So as long as they're in the same, long as the picture and the project is in the same folder, now I'm gonna go back to go back here, and now I'm gonna open up my folder. Let's see the practice one. All right, open up the folder. The name of the picture is called girl.jpg. So when you see this source, that's what you want to change. Girl.jpg, and all basically that's for people that's visually impaired. So if visually or something like that, when they put the mouse over, I'll show you. When they put the mouse over it, it'll say girl in a jacket.
Oh.
And then this is called editing inline. We can set how big and how small the picture is gonna be. I'm gonna leave it as is right now. I'm gonna leave it as is right now, and then we'll just let you see how it goes. Ta-da! That's what it looks like. That's the only code we put in there. We set this equal to practice, and we put that in. All right. Now remember what I was showing you, inspect?
Right.
Look at that. That's all the code we have here. That's it. Now, if you do this, I can probably change the width of that here. See that?
Okay.
You can do that to any website. See how it just changed all that? That's what that width does. Now, if I do hit reload page, it'll go back to what the code was.
Okay.
So when you are kind of making your web pages and you want to see kind of how to make stuff pretty, that's how you do it. Now, too, I see that you're trying to get to working with your web page. Let me just show you one more thing so you can start making stuff look pretty. You have to make a new. I didn't show you guys CSS yet, but let's go to our. Let's go here and CSS string HTML. W3 schools. Anytime I see W3 schools, I know it's reliable. So here we go. All we have to do is take this link and put it in the head. Take this link and we can put it in the head here. Anywhere. And then basically we have to make a new file in the same folder called mystyle.css. Or you can name it whatever you want, but they already have it named that, so I'm just gonna keep it that. All right, cool. Mystyle.css, and then you can do something like, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do this right now because I have to set this up, and this is probably just gonna blow your mind a little bit more. I'm gonna let you just play with HTML a little bit, and then maybe you can show me something you made.
Okay.
Later, maybe Friday. Make something. It doesn't have to be anything very perfect or pretty. Just make something. And on Friday, I promise I'll have you guys ready to start start doing stuff. And I'll give you guys some projects to start on. And that way you can be like, man, look at this. In 1 week, this is what I've done. This is what I'm able to do. Like you already can start making websites right now in 1 week, just based off of some of the things I showed you already. And your code, if you did something like what I did, okay, where'd it go? If you did something like what I did here, you're already making websites already. You can do something like H1. Shamira's website. And then you have to save it, but I have it on autosave. But make sure you save your stuff, and then open it, and then bang, Shamira's website.
Wow.
See that? You're already starting to figure out how to start putting stuff into here. So there you go. That could be you for all we know. We don't know. I don't know if that's your style, but yeah. but bang, you're already on your way to start making stuff. You can put pictures in, you can put words in, and then we'll kind of I'll kind of maybe tomorrow we'll get into how to start making background colors and things like that, so you can make it start looking prettier. But yeah, that's about it for today.
Awesome.
Any questions? Any questions before we finish?
No, thank you for helping me. I'm gonna keep going with the challenges.
All right, cool. Yeah, keep doing that. And then, like I said, you can play around with HTML all you want. Just like, cause I showed you guys that file yesterday. So you're just basically doing it in WordPad, right?
Right.
Yeah, that still works. You can do the WordPad method. It's just, I mean,
It
it's
don't look as easy as yours.
yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I wanted you guys to get there, because my
It's
way is
definitely
way easier and way faster. Your way, you have
right.
to save, switch, and keep doing all those things. But you can still do it that way. That's the old school way.
Okay.
So go ahead and play around with it. And then you can start, even if you want to start adding other stuff and how to figure out stuff. I'll probably tomorrow and Friday I'll show you guys how to do some more stuff in that route.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks for coming to the meeting. It's over.
Thank you.
And hope you guys have fun with this, man. Like, I don't want this to be something like you guys are dreading coming to these meetings, man. Like, this is something I want you guys to have fun with. If you want to learn how to code, we want to have fun with it. And like right now it's kind of very, very basic, but I mean, this is where you guys are in the process. And like I said, Shamaya, like, you're moving pretty, like, like I said, with women and it comes to this stuff looking pretty, like, you guys get to it. And I can see already in you that I think that's what you want to be, is, visually making websites look good and look fun,
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
think that's going to be a route that you'll probably go through. So, but yeah, that's day 3 and we're done. We're all done. I'm going to kick you guys off the party. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good night. All right.
You as well.
All right. See ya. See if I think Chris said something. He didn't say anything. Hey, you can choose next class. All right, guys, that's it.